Hey viewers, and welcome to Dopey Training for Slackers, the Kunkel Client. You know, as we have had success with literally ones of clients in this channel, one who is holding the camera right now, we decided to take on more clients. And this client, he's a friend of the channel, friend of the Slackers. He appeared in the Stealthy Challenge, link above. And also, we were able to visit with him in his hometown of the ATL.
Atlanta.
So, without further ado, here is Mr. Kunkel.
Hey ho, Slackers. Kunkel here, undisputed champion of the Run Slackers virtual series kids races. Wanted to come to you today because got some thoughts on my mind. You know, I'm signed up for my first ever Dopey challenge this year for the second year in a row. And as we prepare for this, I'm really glad that the Run Slackers series is back, but there are a couple of questions I had that are keeping me up at night. Well, okay, my first one, that's a lie, because I'm a champion sleeper. Some people are born to run, some people are born to jog, some people are born to eat cheese out of a hydration pack. I'm born to sleep, and that's what I do. But I'm a little worried about this whole thing. You keep hearing with these races that the worst part of it, and I don't believe this for a second, but the worst part of it is waking up really early 4 days in a row. And I'm worried about that. To do all this training, I mean, you know, not the hills, you know, and cross training and nutrition stuff, but the other training, I'm doing all this work, and I'm worried I'm gonna sleep in and just miss the races. Serious bummer. So I'm curious, for a really sound sleeper like me, how do you train to get up? I don't like those words. When you're just scared that you're gonna sleep in, you're the only one there, and you gotta make sure you get up. I'm curious what the Slackers would do to deal with a situation like that.
Well, first of all, Kunkel, I hope you misspoke because you said the Run Slackers events are back. If it is back, that means Wine and Dine's canceled and Marathon is canceled. But if it is, we will be back. But for now, Run Disney is back as of right now on this day that this is being recorded. J. Crow, you had a comment on something.
Yeah, mile 20 is the worst. Yeah, just so you know.
Worse than being woken up at 2 a.m.?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Every time.
Would you agree, King?
Yeah, mile 20 was pretty bad last year because it was hot and I couldn't run that much anymore. But if you want to be sure to not miss that wake-up call in that bus, I don't know.
Mile 20, I haven't experienced that yet, but I waking up at 2 a.m. is not super difficult if you just switch rooms with me. So I'll let you live in Slacker Camp where you don't sleep anyway.
Who do you share a room with, Jess?
because Lens and Spoon hotel rooms they come with natural alarm clocks.
The one time the four of us stayed in a room, it was a family suite. It wasn't just like a 2 beds and a thing, so there are doors and stuff.
We snore, y'all. We snore. And proud of it.
I've never heard myself snore, so that's
Yes, you
not
Yeah, you have. You recorded it.
true.
You have.
On the app.
Never live.
Yes, you have.
I don't know if the app tells me that's me or something.
It's true.
I can't really prove that. Is the earth flat? I don't know.
We at the Not Wine and Dine Art of Animation Suites, we had corral placements for going to sleep, right?
That's correct.
That's correct. The snorers were corral C and then corral A and B respectively.
Corral A right here.
So-
it's my elite class of light sleeping.
But even the corrals, even those did not make it so that you could sleep soundly through the
Caught
night.
up to A.
Pretty quickly. So I really do recommend, if you're really concerned about waking up, just, sleep with some snorers.
Yeah, there's also another plan. If you register into this program, it's $29.99 a month until Marathon. You can get a slacker to come and wake you up. You just need to give us your password to your My Disney Experience account, and then we'll unlock your door with our phone, shake you up at 1:30 in the morning, 1
Spray some
a.m.
water.
Spray some water.
For $39.99, we could sing a song of your choice to wake
Yes.
you up.
Yeah, we may bring a flower that we took from the landscaping at your resort, depending on what kind of resort you're staying at. If you're staying at All Stars, probably going to get a nice blade of grass. If you're staying at the Poly, you're going to get a nice flower, nice Hawaiian flower.
How bougie are you, Kunkel?
And any other tips for that?
Slacker wake up call. I think
Yeah.
mile 20, by the way.
It's the worst.
$29.99 a month to at give.oxenspoon.com.
Now, my next question is about one of the events you don't hear a lot about training for. Now, we've got our training plans for the 5K and the 10K and the half marathon and the full marathon. Me, I'm using the new shiny Runners Without Limits training plan for the Dopey Challenge. Care of Coach HJ, endorsement applied. Again, except for the cross training and nutrition and all that other stuff. But the rest of it's been great. So the race training I'm feeling pretty good about. It's the expo I'm worried about. Now, I had the chance to hang out a little bit with Jar Oxenspoon and Long Runs and Liquor for the Atlanta Peachtree Road Race Expo this past year. Link above. And holy cow, that worked. Did you see that? That was amazing. I never knew how that works. Anyway, I won't try it again. I want to push my luck. Anyway, so I got the chance to do that, and that was a very light expo. But the Disney expos I know are not that. And I've had the chance to go to a couple of them now. The Run Disney Marathon Weekend 2020 also was at the Princess Expo in 2020, or as I believe it's also known, the Running of the Karens. Anyway, and it's serious business. I mean, obviously you got the vendors that are selling you every kind of snake oil that you gotta weave and duck and get by, and then you got to get into the booths that actually people want to go to, and those are slapped full. And then of course the pièce de résistance, the merch expo booth or the exhibit. And you know, when you've got to have that coffee mug or that plush or that t-shirt or whatever, how do you train to know that I am going to be able to withstand the torment, the people, the crowds, the physical altercation to get through that expo? A little worried. Can you help me out?
We also wanted to shout out Kunkel for keeping the channel bilingual again today. So,
Merci.
Pièce de résistance, is that the French we heard
That is,
spoken earlier?
yes.
That sounded a little
Fancy
donkey
words.
adjacent.
Very
That
good.
was.
Thank you.
Also sounds like
There you go. Can you
That was
cry
good,
like a
King.
Frenchman?
I will. Only Frenchman I know is the cook in Little Mermaid. Other than that,
Les
poisson.
Lumiere.
Lumiere.
Oh, yeah.
Very good. Very good.
French candle.
But he
Lumiere.
doesn't speak French.
No.
Just has a great accent, I guess.
Yeah.
He says debonair.
Oh.
This is true.
That's a little French right there.
All right.
Why does he have a French accent, but everybody else has British accents?
He's the butler and the French maid is
that from?
important.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but then everybody else is British. Where is this?
Except for Belle.
Except for Belle, who is
Lives in France but doesn't have any accent. Or has an American accent. Yeah.
from like Idaho.
Yeah. Man, it's tough times here. I
Wow.
feel like I don't even know who I am anymore.
Being really critical of that
Wow.
Disney
That-
classic here.
yeah.
We're gonna lose viewers here.
I mean, this sort of leads to one of our tactics for making it through an expo, which is distraction.
Distraction.
Yeah, we just did it to ourselves unknowingly. That was one of our ideas, is the way to navigate an expo is just to be ready to have distraction tactics at the ready to thin the crowds of people elbowing you for Mickey ears or Turvises or pins. Oh, the pin.
Commemorative metal pins.
You wanna go into the pin area with a helmet on. Like that gets rough. It does not bring out the best sides of our fellow Run Disneyers. This is the pin place.
So we talked about this, and we think if you strategically place someone in your group on the side of the expo with the less wanted merch, the stuff that just says Run Disney, not the race-specific weekend stuff. So you place a member of your crew over there, and then they yell out something like,
KT tape for free!
Dooney bag for free!
"Look, they just put out more merch over here! AP merch!"
Go squeeze.
Oh my gosh, a brand new sparkle skirt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, guys, Jeff Galloway.
Yes, that was my next one.
I actually like Jeff Galloway. You're nice.
I
Yeah, I
wouldn't
did say
like
hi to
Jeff
him.
Galloway.
I did say hi to him. But yeah, so distract them.
Distract.
And then what will happen when you yell out free KT tape in a Dooney bag? What will happen?
The hordes of crowds will gallop their way there.
You know,
Off the pins.
I think this leads to something else too, because like when it can only distract them for so long when you say free KT tape, and people are gonna be like, where? You have to let that friend actually apply the KT tape to people and have a line. You gotta put like the tape on the floor and everything. And then do they have KT tape with them? I don't know. It might be painter's tape or masking tape.
Duct tape.
Duct tape, is that gonna work? Well, just tape them up long enough for them to not find out, and then when they find out it doesn't work, you're long gone.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know I probably said this in another episode, but you know, am I promoting swindling? Obviously not. No, it's just a little free tape on their body, because they're probably gonna need that tape to fix their costume. So it's helping them.
Take their credit score back together.
Yeah, that's right.
So, yeah, which you brought up an important financial aspect of preparing for the expo.
Yeah, make sure your credit card balance is at 0, so that's not a hindrance or a hamper.
Or as zero as you can get it.
As 0 as you can get it.
Open a new credit card.
that up.
That's
Or
good, right?
do that.
Yeah.
Free money, guys.
Sound financial advice from
Especially
the
if you're in that
slackers.
introductory rate portion of time.
Yeah, or they say spend $5,000 before the next 3 months,
And
and
get
you get
extra points?
You get a free plush. Then do it.
Done.
12 months, no
Buy a
interest.
plush, get more plush.
Beautiful. You'll
And-
be flush with cash
And plush.
and flush with a plush.
And then I think desperate times call for desperate measures. And so every now and then, Kunkel, you may find yourself wandering the aisles looking for that special commemorative shirt. And you're only going to find it in the women's section, link above. So don't be afraid to buy that women's shirt and try to pass it off as a man's shirt.
I have mans.
Plural.
Zippy uppy sweaters and like commemorative, like wine and dine 2019. And I have zero regrets about that, zero regrets, if you will, because I wanted it and I wasn't gonna fight the other people of my gender for a shirt that they might not even have the size in. I just walked on over to men's, pluck, and now I have it, and it looks cute.
What is the telltale sign of it being a women's top?
We've
Oh, yeah.
discussed this, and I think one of you ladies can correct
Okay,
me, but
what used to happen is it was only me and Jay Crow at the expo.
Correct.
We had no female representation. The first time was during Star Wars Rival Run, the last one, and MK was with us.
yes.
And
But-
how did she educate you?
Well, if it has a tail,
Tails.
right?
Yeah.
Like the
rounded
back
edges.
of it.
Yes.
I can't remember her other advice.
V-neck, maybe?
I like V-necks.
Kind of just look at it. You'll know. I've never bought a commemorative shirt.
If it says it's a large but fits like a small,
yeah,
then it's
that's
a
the other-
woman's
If it's
shirt.
skinnier,
Yeah.
chances are it's for the
Tapered.
ladies. Tapered in the inside. If there's like fashion advice.
Or just,
Slackers.
but you know what? Who cares, Kunkel? Just if you
You
find the
do
shirt
you.
you like, if it fits you, let that be your shirt.
Don't let tapering be the block, yeah.
Boo. So, what do we have any other advice for navigating an expo?
If you want to train, I suggest sample sales, tax-free weekends, back-to-school shopping, Black Friday, which will be after wine and dine, but perfect timing for that marathon weekend expo. Also, might I suggest just your local Ross at about 2 p.m. on a Saturday.
Now, I know one of the unique traditions of the marathon, the longer Disney races, is the ability to sneak on rides in the course of the race. In the course of the marathon, people try to do Mount Everest and Animal Kingdom, but I haven't had a chance to do that. Still kind of curious though. I think that would be a cool checkbox to mark off if I could do it. The problem I have is, again, from a training plan standpoint, there's no training plan for the marathon that includes how to escape a yeti. And as we all know, the yeti is known to appear there in the Himalayas. I'm curious, with your training runs, if you have a mechanism built in to train to escape a yeti while running a marathon.
Well, you know, a yeti is a big, dumb creature. And just like in the Star Wars saga, Luke encountered a wampa, which is pretty much a space yeti. I say space yeti. A yeti lives on Hoth. Hoth is not in space. It's a land mass planet thing.
The planet isn't
It is in space. Earth is in space. We
We're all
can
in space.
be space creatures. This is an educational channel. But Luke defeated a yeti wampa with his lightsaber. But are we all skilled in the Force like that, everyone?
Can we bring a lightsaber on the course?
Yes, you can. It's a
Okay.
Star Wars race.
Okay.
Springtime Surprise is a Star Wars race. I don't care what they say. Star Wars race. But if you are not skilled with the Force and you're running a Run Disney race, you're probably not fast enough to outrun a Yeti. Unless you're in an elite corral. So, when a Yeti comes close to you, you do not have the manpower to do it. But what you have to do is take the Yeti and create an acronym from it. You have to reason with this big, dumb, inanimate object.
I'm dumb.
Yell educational things indefinitely to educate it and reason with it.
What's an example of an educational thing to yell indefinitely?
All right, Yeti, come at me, bro. I after E, except after C. What's another one?
The vaccine is safe!
What's another one?
I'm a yeti.
I got one.
Go.
Every Emily Dickinson poem can be sung to the theme of Gilligan's Island. Hope is a thing that feathers, that perches in the soul, and sings a tune without the words and never stops at all. More education! More education for the Yeti!
Know the difference between two and there, and there.
More educational things for the Yeti!
Don't put an apostrophe to make your last name plural.
Ice cream is yummy.
If you run Disney, you just paid $600 for shirts.
Ohana is good, but the steak really isn't.
The egg rolls at Magic Kingdom are terrible.
Final thoughts about both the literal and metaphorical Yetis we may face in our training.
Education is power.
Indefinite education.
So is a good right hook.
There's one other thing that's on my mind. As runners on race days, we like to say, well, I'm competing against myself. I'm racing against myself. Usually that's because the other thousands of people are kicking our butt. But regardless, we like to say we compete against ourselves. Still, for Run Disney races, we know that's not entirely true, because there are those people. And you know who I'm talking about. Those Mylar maidens, the babes of buoyancy, the helium hustlers we know as the mythical balloon ladies. Or at least we try to keep them mythical as long as possible, because otherwise you get swallowed up and then you go to some Nirvana bus thing. I don't know. But for those of us trying to stay ahead of the balloon ladies, for 4 days, that's going to get to be wearing down. I'm curious if you have any particular strategies to avoid them. Maybe there's a way to hide from them, or just some particular motivation that those balloons maybe give you. I don't know. But I'm a little worried about this. Wonder if you can help me out. hill. Sorry. Back at home now, working on my hill repeats. It's all part of the training plan. You got to do it all. Hill. Can you believe I got 10 minutes of this? Hill. Anyway, the other question, sorry, that came to mind. You know, I've got it, my running playlist, as does everybody, I imagine. It's 100 some odd songs long, but, you know, eventually, you know, the Can't Stop by the Red Hot Chili Peppers and Nothing But a Good Time by Poison and Born to Run by Bruce Springsteen, you know, all the things old looking white guys would listen to while we're running, they start to wear a little thin. So I got to thinking, you know, the Slackers we know are a very musically diverse and adapted group. Muppets singing Aladdin maybe withstanding. Very talented group of individuals. Obviously enjoyed the bass pace video, and for those of you who saw it and say you didn't start singing along to Battle Hymn of the Republic, I'm not going to call you a liar, but you're a liar, because we all did. But I am curious what kind of impact you've seen different styles of music, maybe genres, have had on your running, because you get into these long runs, you need something to push through those extra miles, even if it mixes up the running style a little bit. I'm curious to see what kind of examples the Slackers could give for where different musical styles affect your running style. A lot I'm sure we could learn from that. Hills.
We here at Slacker Camp always appreciate the opportunity to sing to our heart's desire, like we're Muppets, because we really are. So thank you, Kunkel, for the opportunity to bring back that wonderful chorus.
We're interpreting that you loved it.
Yes.
I mean, that's what I heard.
That's how I heard it. Right?
He was talking about how beautiful Muppets of Everbot was. How many...
Kunkel and tens of other people enjoyed that episode.
So thank you, because any opportunity we have to sing in Muppet voices, or they have to sing in Muppet voices.
So without further ado,
do you think later on that we could isolate this track that we're about to produce right now so Kunkel could put it in his little earphone?
Yeah, as a ringtone.
Okay. Maybe for $5.99 we can sell people the tracks. $5.99 a month. It's like Apple Music.
It's a subscription.
Yeah.
Slacker Music.
Yeah, we send you a public domain song.
Give.com. That's it. I've made more work for everyone else but me. Alright, so he's looking for running songs. J. Crow, you lead us off with some Muppet running music.
Baby, we were born to run. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, good running form. Alright, now let's see, what's another song that, let's say you're doing your tempo runs. What would be a good fast song to sing to?
Moving right along,
Okay, beautiful. Now, let's say you're following the HJ plan, right? And which I don't, because I don't know if I'm cool enough to follow the HJ plan. Maybe after 4 more years of training. Yes, we are runners with limits. But I know that HJ talks a lot about the pace you have to keep where, like we said, where you can sing a song. So what would be like a chill song that you could listen to make sure you don't overdo it on your pace? Something with a little like emotional feel to it, maybe.
When I think about pace, I automatically think about the Bee Gees and Staying Alive and CPR class. We just have professionals in there. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Staying alive. Stay alive. Stay alive. Stay alive.
Beautiful. You look equipped. All right, I have another running question. Now, let's say you're at mile 25 or 26. You can see the finish line, and you need that last burst of energy to get you to the end of your 48.6 for doing Dopey, right?
Right.
What is the song that we can bequeath to Kunkel right now?
What Boys to Men song can we sing?
What boy can we sing?
Give me a hint.
End of the road.
I don't think I know that one very well.
All right, we'll have to sing it right.
Hey.
voice. I don't really have a Muppet voice. All right. Kunkel, I'm sure you feel educated now, and what else do you have to say to Kunkel after you've given him that gift of your music?
Well, we'll definitely put Kunkel in the liner notes when this comes out on CD, because people still buy those, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
I'll type this.
Yep.
Or if you subscribe to Slacker Music for $5.99 a month.
We'll make sure.
.awesomeSpoon.com.
So when this is famous, when we're getting a Grammy nomination, we'll invite Kunkel along to LA to help us with the award ceremony.
Yeah, absolutely.
So thanks for that, Kunkel.
So Kunkel, thank you for your questions. I brought in one of my friends who's really fast. He runs fast by just pressing the B button. I'm pretty fast when I, press my stomach in and I'm like, woo, it's a goal. So Mario, thank you for joining us on this last episode. I'm sorry you didn't have any time to give us some tips, but I'll be sure to eat some mushrooms so I can get bigger and stronger, and also a fire flower and a leaf to turn me into a raccoon so I can float down with my tail. So I hope you take these answers to heart and remember them as you are training for Dopey 2022. Mr. Kunkel, thank you for your questions. We will, see you soon, and like, subscribe.
Tell your mama about this.
Woo!